I really like Aldi.
I prefer Coles.
It's cheaper. It's there's not so many products. I can just get around the store really quickly. I can get in and out. They've got that middle aisle where there's those specialty items, which I quite like. It's quite fun. You know, you get a new pair of socks or some cooking pot or a game for the kids. So I just all round, I think it's a better shop.
Yeah, I like Coles because they have much better products and large array of products, but in Aldi it's very limited. So and also I like the pricing in Coles. Some products are very less, which I can buy a lot of things for very cheap.
Yes.
And also I find it that whenever I go to Coles, I find parking better than Aldi. So I prefer Coles because of mostly those reasons. Yeah. And also Coles is open for a longer period of time than Aldi. Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, that's why I like
It's
Coles.
convenient.
Very similar products. And what I really like is that I don't have 15 varieties of tomatoes. I've only got one variety or two varieties. I don't have too much choice, but I still have choice. And the products are very similar, but a lot cheaper. The store atmosphere, for one thing, they don't play music and they don't do in-store advertisements. So I can get around just quietly,
Yes.
doing my thing without having people shouting at me through the public address system or music I don't want to hear. So the small size of the store I really like. I can see everything, it's right height, I can get through. That's partly because they've got less products, but I can be in and out of Aldi, say, in half an hour and have shopped for the whole family.
Well, the
Something-
main difference is, like, I think between Coles and Aldi is checkout, the self-checkout option that we have in Coles. And so because if I have to go to Aldi, I have to wait a longer period of time to just
Yes.
get the checkout. And I really don't like the trolley system they have, because if I have to get a trolley in Aldi, I have to pay,
Yes.
because every time I go to Aldi, I don't have a change.
Yes.
So that's much better in Coles. So because that's why that's the difference between Aldi and Coles. Yeah, and also like I like the music they play in the Coles as well, because Aldi doesn't have that system, you know.
Okay.
So yeah, that's why I like Coles.
Thank
Packaging is a significant marketing tool that influences customers' attitudes towards products. One of the challenges marketers face is developing packaging that incites positive brand associations. Here we look at the concept of private label branding and stimulus generalization, or copycat packaging. Coles have their private label brand and use their own design packaging. Every Coles product emphasizes their own logo and has attractive color schemes and designs using bright colors with clear wording. With private label branding, Coles create their own unique image to create a marketing identity and promote strong customer recognition and loyalty. Aldi private label branding, on the other hand, employs stimulus generalization. Stimulus generalization is used by Aldi when their private brand products look almost identical to the products of their major competitors, often offered at a much lower price. The higher the level of similarity between Aldi private brands and competitors' brands, the higher the likelihood that they will be perceived as having a similar level of quality, leading to an enhanced perception by association for Aldi goods. Comparative advertisement is a useful tool often used by market challengers and market followers. It allows a company to demonstrate in what way market leader or more popular brands are inferior or of similar quality. Aldi utilizes this by suggesting that they have products or brands of equal quality but offered at a much lower price. This has been found to be an effective tool in influencing consumers' attitudes positively towards Aldi products. Coles, however, being a market leader, does not employ this type of advertising.
I love this shampoo, and I love this shampoo. But what I really love is myself.
And so you should, Gabriel. You're dazzling.
Thank you, Fireplace.
You're welcome.
Both Aldi and Coles use this type of advertising. Aldi uses humour in their comparative advertising, as discussed before, which works to influence the effective attitudes of consumers. Coles uses catchy songs and repetitive slogans in their advertising, as well as humour, to achieve the same thing.
This laundry powder keeps my coat clean, and so does this one. You know, it's funny. You put on a white coat and everyone thinks you're a doctor.
You're not my doctor.
I'm not anyone's doctor. Hi.
Down savings on San Remo.
Merchandising is any form of on-store or in-store promotion other than personal selling, which is designed to trigger purchasing behaviour, particularly to make customers go the entire shop and stay longer, with the idea in mind that customers who spend more time will spend more money. In this analysis, we will specifically examine the manipulation of store traffic flow and special displays in Wollongong Central Mall, Coles and Aldi in Stewart Street. Traffic management starts with the overview of stores. Coles, on one hand, has an open view where the inside of the store can be seen quite clearly. Coles also puts baskets and trolleys at the front to guide customers to the entrance. In contrast, Aldi uses a two-door principle, which clearly marks the entry and exit to permit better circulation of traffic. The aisle and gondola designs determine the level of exposure of the merchandise to customers. Both Coles and Aldi use grid layout, and for the most part, the gondolas are placed vertically. Coles uses continuous store-length gondolas to guide customers, while Aldi uses gondolas smaller in both length and height, with breaks between each gondola, encouraging a free route for customers. Interestingly though, Coles shopping malls have two areas in which there are small gondolas placed perpendicular to other aisles. Next is the concept of merchandise location. Demand lines, such as milk and bread, will attract and route customers in-store. Coles and Aldi both use this concept very well. For example, if a customer wants to buy milk and bread for breakfast, they will have to go from one end of the store all the way to the other. This increases the amount of time spent in-store, which increases the chances of spending more money and impulse purchasing. Which brings us to our last concept of special displays and impulse buying. This is a very effective concept used by both Coles and Aldi, but in very different ways. Aldi puts all special buys and novelty items in basket lines in the middle of their stores. This usually tries to get customers to impulse buy significant purchases such as TVs, guitars and other large items. Meanwhile, Coles uses small shelves at the front and end of each gondola with large displays of the percentage of discount of each product. In Coles, these are usually consumable or perishable goods and are small items.
Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata. Ain't no passing craze.